Welcome to Poetry in the Kitchen, number 2. This is January 30th, 2018. As you can see, I'm not in the kitchen. I'm in the writing room. The first poem for this evening is called Pulled in Every Direction. The pots and pans force me to cook in them, then bathe them afterwards. The laundry insists I run it through the washer and then the dryer. That's not enough for them, though. They expect to be folded and put in the closets and drawers, too. The carpets cry out to be vacuumed. The linoleum floors demand to be mopped and waxed. The garbage cans scream to be taken to the curb. In the summer, the lawn gripes at me. It wants its hair cut. The garden hollers to be hoed. Not to be left out, the shrubs criticize me for not giving them a trim when they think it's time. Back inside, I listen to the doors nag me about changing their locks. The coffee table, wall clock, dressers, and TV stand wail for the need to be dusted. Meanwhile, my bed, my only respite, quietly weeps its linen tears because I do not spend enough time there. The small versus the huge. A pan falls on my head from the cupboard, rattles my skull, makes me dizzy. I am zen. A tractor trailer nearly forces me off the road on my way to work in the morning. I am zen. My paycheck does not arrive in the mail today, but a lot of bills and charity solicitations do. I am zen. A man at the grocery store bumps into me with his cart. He doesn't apologize, swears at me. I am zen. I am out in the yard with the dog. I walk around to check the bird feeders, step in his mess. I am zen then also. I discover my future and final days will be bleak through no fault of my own. Now, I don't know if I have it in me to be zen. Ban the screens. You can buy anything online now. Clothing, books, jewelry, furniture, gun parts, cars, marital aids, Russian brides. You can order medications, have groceries, dog food, and adult diapers delivered to your house in discreet cartons. When people have to go into stores, they are rude, pushy, sour-faced. They bang into you, don't say, "Excuse me," and are more likely to swear at you. Women with cartloads of groceries in the 10 items or less lane. They snarl at protesters. They are too busy to wait. They snap at sales clerks, bark at the customer service desks, drive in the parking lots like they have to rush to their daughter's deathbed. The more time these folks spend on the couch with their laptops, their eyes glued to Amazon, eBay, and Chewy, the more humanity erodes, a rock on the ocean shore. Kindness and civility disappear. I could be worth it. I walked the dog tonight, heard the horn of a ship on the river a half-mile away. I wondered if you thought of me. The crickets and toads had packed up, found protective places to wait until spring. You were in my head. Perhaps I was in yours. I observed the harvest moon, speckled like an egg, smelled the grain dust in the air. Maybe I was on your mind. The hell roar of a freight train at the end of the block rattled the windows, and I could have been on your mind then. I laid on the bed, my hands on my chest, felt the silent pulsing behind my ribs. Thought you might think of me then. This one is a true story, and it's called Sometimes Good to Miss Out After All. As I sat and waited for the presentation on folk revival music, I noticed that of the 50 or so people there, I was the only one who was not 75 to 85 years old. Many used all manner of contraptions, walkers, wheelchairs. Some in the back were on scooters. Some used those canes with the 4 feet. I saw a lot of hearing aids. The women wore brooches on their sweaters and jackets and bland shoes with Velcro straps. The men wore sweater vests and 2 big pants. After the presentation, I overheard conversations. This man and his wife had seen Bob Dylan and Joan Baez at this festival. This lady had seen Woody Guthrie at this one. Another couple saw Dylan at Carnegie Hall. I was a little kid then, unaware this music existed. I looked around me, felt young again. And you think you have issues. I have solar pants. They keep my legs moving. On a sunny day, when I am tired enough that I want to sit down on the sidewalk, they don't let me stop. Only midway through a cloudy day do I get to rest. I can't drive anymore. My car is a stick. My legs press the clutch, brake, and accelerator pedals in an unsafe rhythm. I have caused 4 accidents already. I pace at home, in the doctor's office waiting rooms, hotel lobbies. I could take them off the night after 2 cloudy days when their batteries are drained, but I own no other pants. This one's for the late David Cassidy. So much wasted time are my last words as I slip into the whirlpool, and the rest of me goes to the place no one can describe. So many admired me in younger days, but it doesn't matter now. My voice drifted off in the breezes. Songs became clouds. I aged, I faded. The girls left me to chase the next handsome face, the next voice. The undertaker prepares my body for the ground. It was nothing, a host, a dog for a tick. As the body is lowered, don't weep for me. Don't weep for you. Don't weep. Of small injustices and superheroes. There are small injustices. The perpetually unrepaired pothole on Neck Road. The gym closing at 6 p.m. on Saturdays. The guy who cut me off on I-295 yesterday afternoon. The trash the teenaged ball players throw on the ground at the park. The next-door neighbor who carelessly lets nails fall on the street as he unloads his work truck. The utility billing error that costs me $200. The other neighbor whom I know keeps my packages when they are delivered to her by mistake. The woman who cuts in line at the grocery store. There should be a designated league of superheroes to deal with these things. Life would then be bearable. Related to another poem, kind of ironic, this is called The Amazonian. Friday night, alone as usual, laptop on my thighs. I bring up Amazon. DeWalt screw gun, $64.98. I could use one of those. Mine is 15 years old and I paid $100 for it then. Add to cart. People who bought this item also bought standard socket set, $41.89. Add to cart. Place order. Saturday night, alone again. Pull up Amazon. Tactical flashlight, recharged through USB port, 10,000 lumens. I need that. Add to cart. Hey, here's a Geronimo t-shirt. That's cool. I want it. Add to cart. Nike gym duffel, $19.99. What a great price. I need it. Add to cart. Place order. Night after night, it goes on. My checking account bleeds green, like a slit throat bleeds crimson. If I had a woman here to occupy me, this would not happen. This one is dedicated to my father, James, whose famous quote when I was in school was, "Pens are for people who don't make mistakes." This is called PS 333. Some here are brighter than others. Some are destined for the front row. They get to stay behind and clean the chalkboard, clap the erasers. Others are relegated to the back corner, a cliched cone on their heads. What we deal with is a thick test booklet. We have no clue how much time we have to complete it, but we observe it is different for everyone. There are no true or false questions. That would give us a 50-50 chance. Too easy. There are trick questions, and some for which both all of the above and none of the above could be a correct answer. There is a school bell, but it does not dismiss everyone at once. It rings for individuals. As each is excused, a new student arrives for their first day, fresh, full of promise. That is, until they get their noses in that booklet, start to snap pencils, smear and tear at paper with their erasers. Though there was no report card given us to take home or hide, we still know if we passed or failed. We cannot keep the good or bad marks from ourselves or from others. We know whether the strap waits for us at home. I hate you, Orion. Hate is a strong word. I hate you, Orion. You bring no good with you. You kill the flowers, chase the songbirds away with your sword. You stunt the grass, cause the Big Dipper to turn on end. Your shield deflects the sun's light, leaves me in the dark earlier each day. You kick snow and ice in my face with warrior boots. My birth constellation, Taurus, bounds off upon your approach. I suffer you each year and tire of it. Go away. Perhaps you are welcome in the southern hemisphere. That's it for this second segment of Poetry in the Kitchen. If you would like to read these and other poems, please go to my website, www.donsstratosphere.com. Thank you and good night.